You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
Room service, cleaned out the minibar, fucking, well, there's a couple of chockies in there.
So,
Hungry Jacks. Yeah. Had food.
Hang on, save this.
As well. And got back and Steph had made a huge fucking meatball pasta. I just murdered. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Good. Naughty day.
Naughty day.
Yeah.
Obviously. Hungry Jacks.
Yeah.
I want the large double cheeseburger meal into 5 tenders.
Oh, fuck. I was already
Couldn't get it done.
I was already pretty full by the time I got there.
Well, I didn't eat before I got to the airport.
Yeah, I'd had
Then I had little L's.
oh, cunt.
Then I had pizza.
Yeah. I had meatballs when I got home.
Meatballs?
Well, spaghetti meatballs.
Oh.
Steph pulled out a block of chocky from the fucking cupboard.
What sort of chocky?
I don't know, some weird one I've never seen before. It's like one you get from Harris Farm. It's like not Cadbury, but it almost reminds me of like Willy Wonka shit, but it's not.
Mate, I had the most succulent
Tony's Chocolonely?
strawberries last night.
Succulent what?
Strawberries.
Oh, chocky straws.
Just I had a bit of chocolate and then I would eat the strawberry, so it was sort of chocolate strawberry.
Okay, so it wasn't. You
But
ate
what
them
I'm
both at the same time.
But what I'm saying is, these were probably the most succulent strawberries I've ever had.
Really?
And you know when you're hungover, you just like you're craving liquid or like
Just
hydration,
juicy shit.
Unbelievable. I had so many strawberries yesterday.
Did you sleep when you got home?
No, I watched the fights.
Yeah, right. I just mean like, did you have any like snoozing time between?
I didn't snooze, did a bit of doom scrolling, watched a few shows, watched a movie, watched the fights. Not all of them, watched the last 2.
Oh, really?
I forgot they were on and I was like, fuck. Fights are on.
They saved my life yesterday. I decided to just...
And then I watched the corniest, lamest, shittest, but also funniest and dumbest movie I've ever seen called Christmas Made to Water.
This is the time of year, dude. This is when we're coming into the worst Christmas movies, but it's like, dude, all I want to do is lay there.
But I like watching them.
Yeah.
It's the acting in this movie, Tom. When I say it's the worst I've ever seen, the worst of all time, certainly the worst script writing of all time.
That's why it's like, honestly, if you set aside like, say, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, only because we aren't professional script writers, and just go, okay, we're going to go rent a log cabin in the Blue Mountains.
I want to write a Christmas movie.
And we go and just write a Christmas film. We can like have someone there to help us who knows what they're doing, and we write a Christmas movie and then just try and get it made.
It's about this chick who wants to quit her job to like follow her dreams to do she does decorations for the holidays. So she does Christmas, she does Thanksgiving, she does Halloween. They're all in like a month apart from each other. And then she also does 4th of July. I'm like, what are you doing for 6, 7, 8 months of the year?
Well,
That's
yeah,
not
how's
important.
this business going to be sustainable?
And then the guy that she meets hates Christmas for no reason whatsoever, not explained.
No.
And he works too hard. And so, like, he helps her to, like, follow her dreams. And she helps him to recognise
that the holidays are great.
The holidays are great and spending time with family is good and you don't need to work so hard. And then at the end, he ends up quitting his big corporate job to design family homes because that's what he always wanted to do, which was never alluded to at all.
It's just
it's fucking good shit.
Is this on Flix? Where was this?
Netflix, yeah. This guy was in I don't know, he was in Mean Girls? Yeah. Worst actor of all time. I don't know if he was bad in Mean Girls. He's fucked up in this.
He was pretty good in Mean Girls.
Huh?
He was Aaron Samuels.
He was good in Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Where he's lost his touch in this.
But also,
he's like grinning the whole
ago.
time.
Nah, listen.
Weird shit.
I think that Mean Girls was a good movie.
20 years ago.
But it was a good movie, right? Like, it was a popular movie, but it was also a good movie. So it's like maybe having a good movie with good writers and good directors can bring up a dead shit, as opposed to when, you know, the tide goes out, you see who's swimming nude, and this guy's in a shit movie with a shit script, and he's a shit actor, and you can see that.
Yep.
That also being said, if it's an awful script and an awful idea, maybe you just can't see him good in that.
No, there was something about his grin, like the way he was acting. Even without a script, was fucking weird.
Here's another idea, and we may have left our run too late for 2024, but maybe not. Maybe not, honestly. What if we wrote and start in our own Christmas movie.
Like a mini.
Yeah. If we made like a mini Christmas movie.
And how many scenes would there be?
Well, it couldn't be too many.
No, there wouldn't be.
Nah, it'd have to be a short film, Edward.
I really want to write one.
I want to write one too.
With like the dumbest meat cute of all time.
But
that's a film term.
It is. Sorry, you guys wouldn't get it. You're not writers like us. It's you'd just be able to. You just need to find. I mean, it's similar to the rom-com trope. It just needs to be set in Christmas, and it's just like two people from differing fucking worldviews that get together in an obscure way
and help them.
They fuck early on, then they stop fucking because something happens. This is depending on what rating as well. If it's just a PG or something, maybe they don't fuck. They just hook up, but then they don't for a while for some reason.
So the
usually because they're both like, if you were to really evaluate it, it's usually because they're actually fucking unstable human beings who can't actually interact with each other, and then they get back for also weird reasons, but it all works out, and then maybe you see him.
100%. So in this movie, he's hired this chick to help him with Christmas because he doesn't know what he's doing, and his family's decided to come to his house this year.
So he's like hired somebody like, I don't know, I'm so inept and I hate Christmas so much, I need to hire like a Christmas planner.
Yeah, but so originally she was supposed to just do the decorating, but then she also helped organise the Christmas festivities for the whole week because his family comes and they're like, "What are we eating for dinner?" And
he's like, "What do I serve?" yeah, I'm incapable of fucking ordering food.
This guy's like a fucking heavy hitter in a accounting or like a design firm, but he can't fucking order food anyway. So he hires her for the whole time, and their sort of fallout is because there's a scene where essentially she's thinking that they're maybe falling for each other, but then he offers to pay her invoice. He's like, "I'm going to pay you for your work." And she's like, "Oh, is that all I was to you?" And he's like, "Well, that was our agreement." And that's it.
And it's like, yeah, I think that it would be actually worse if I was just assuming you were doing this for free.
Yeah, I know. And then that sort of lasts literally for 5 minutes and they get back together. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
That is good shit. I'm gonna have to start.
You're gonna have to watch it.
No, I will. I almost might. Again, I just make claims. We both do on this show of things, but I might just like watch a Christmas movie a week.
Ella loves them. She's already got through a heap.
She?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Especially if I go away, she just pounds them, bro.
Christmas specifically, or just dumb rom-coms?
Christmas around this time of year, dumb Christmas.
Dumb movies. Christmas rom-coms are fantastic, dude.
Unbelievable.
I wouldn't mind them be a little bit more X-rated, and I know that sounds fucked up, but I just mean like they're a bit too PG. I would like a bit more fucking in them.
They're all very PG.
Yeah.
Rarely someone getting bent over under the Christmas tree.
Getting rimmied under the mistletoe.
Nah.
And you know what? Holiday. Bracey got it. He got it in his work.
Did he root in that?
I think he was chonging in that, wasn't he? Or was that maybe just that dribbler was getting sucked off while he watched it with his missus? The holiday
get it going.
Yeah, a man and woman kiss, which leads to undressing and eventually sex. However, the camera cuts away quickly.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah, he gets a blowy. He gets a blowy.
He's going to suck, does he?
Good on you, Luke.
Go, Luke.
He'll be back here soon. We'll get him on. He can tell us.
He can tell us. He can act it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrific. Highly recommended for the punter and the dribble.
What's it called again?
Christmas Made to Order. 28% Rotten Tomatoes.
Christmas Made to Order is such a shit name.
It's so good.
Oh, fuck.
You got to give it a rip.
Yep. We're just back from a Bucks in the Goldie. We were at Toolies on the weekend, punters and dribblers. Jarchy's Bucks. It was a 2-night affair. Eddie and I, we made it up for the one night, the Saturday night.
Because we're mature.
Because we're grown-ups.
And demure. I don't even know what that seems to be everywhere. Demure.
I think it's a bit old now, but it was a thing for a little
Reserved, modest, and shy.
while. No, there was like a social... It was like
very demure, very mindful.
Yeah, that's right.
So being shy is demure?
Just modest.
Yeah, we're modest guys.
Fucking oath.
How was morale when you guys arrived?
Not too bad.
To be honest,
not too bad.
Those guys can they were broken, but they were back into it almost before I realised.
No, they were into it. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, they were up and into it straight away.
They were right
Which
into
made it easy for us to also get up and into it pretty much immediately.
We were getting up and into it anyway.
No, I know, but it just was like, if they were all way slower to rise, you're like, do we just go out and become the fucking leaders of the peloton early, or do we wait and see what everyone's
I was
doing?
happy to lead the peloton, but I was also happy to, find a tyre and sort of, get dragged along for a bit.
For sure.
This is only going to speak to a certain type of person that's listening. But when you're on a holiday and you're just making great time. If you're traveling somewhere, you're just making great time. You're being efficient.
Yep.
We had the most efficient trip up there.
Yeah, we did.
When flights are like 8:20 takeoff, we took off at like 8:21.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
It was wildly efficient. You get there, we walked
10 minutes.
through.
We were there 10 minutes early as well.
We were there 10 minutes early. As soon as you walk out, Uber, bang, off you go. There was no traffic on the way up there. We nipped in, got some darts nipped out real quick. Everything was efficient. So I was already pumped up by the efficiency of the trip when I got there.
You booked the hotel for the night before. We decided not to go the night before, but so we still had the hotel already there, so you didn't have to wait for like 4 in the hour to check in.
So it was ready. Bang. Thanks. Because we were there at 9 o'clock, 9:30, ready to go. Couple of beers and we're off. Off to the races. Great fun. Jack Archdale was fairly broken on the Saturday.
No, he was.
There's no denying it.
No, he was broken and trying to deal with rampant gastroesophageal reflux disorder.
Oh, no.
I'm like, you need a Gavi.
How did
Dude,
he not take a box of Gavies?
Dude,
to
he
his
had a
butts
box
party?
of Gavi up
You
there.
need a scone, dude.
But he was drinking fucking mimosas, which is like acidic orange juice and champagne, and he's like, I actually forgot what mimosas were, and this couldn't be there couldn't be a worse drink.
I'm like, you forgot what mimosas are.
Yeah. I'm like, well, stop having mimosas at 9:30 then, buddy. Just put it down.
He was a mess. He was like, could barely get words out. He was like just heartburned out the ass. Heartburned out the ass.
Heartburn. I don't get it, but when I do, I have had it, and it is actually fucked.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah, you can. You can have a Gabby.
But does that work?
Yes.
Guaranteed work?
Yep.
Oh, really? Yep. So why the fuck was he even persevering?
He didn't have one. I said, go and have a Gaviscon. He's like, I don't know what he was saying, but he didn't have one.
So then what do we do? We
Next year we'll look after you for 24 hours.
hung around the pool. Then we went to the what was it called? The beach club or the day club or whatever.
Cali Beach Club, was it?
It wasn't a beach though.
Was it called Cali Beach Club?
I have no idea.
Just Cali Beach?
It was like a fucking day club with a pool and
Cali
Beach Club.
lots of young, attractive people getting into their work. Lots of pearl necklaces on dudes. It was.
Was there? I wasn't taking that in.
I don't know whether that was the Bucks party next to us as a joke or whether that's like they all like that. Shout out to Dan, a friend of mine who I saw there. And he was part of that crew, and I didn't ask him why the fuck everyone had pearl necklaces on, but also it was like that could
every single one had pearl
honestly,
necklaces.
dude, it seemed like it, yeah. It was so much that I was like, this has to be a joke. But then I'm like, it could also just be that they all...
Well, you'd have to think if everyone's got one on, it's probably a joke.
Maybe.
Were they all attractive? Because if they're all attractive and they're wearing them, you're like, maybe.
Listen, they were all younger than us. And they were all younger dudes.
I'm just saying, typically, like you don't usually
I don't remember
see
them all
pearl
being
necklaces
hot.
on big fat slobs. You don't.
No, yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't
don't
big.
see it.
No, it wasn't big fat slobs rocking the pearls. No big fat slobs. Anyway, it was good fun. I enjoyed myself there. After that, it sort of the wheels fell off for everyone, didn't they?
Mate, the wheels were off.
Looking at you, Toby Locke. That's all I'll say.
The wheels fell off. Yeah, I know. My wheels were so far off, I thought he was taking the piss.
Yeah, and I thought you were joking, and you were sitting there going, "This kid's fucking faking it. This kid's fucking faking it." And we're all like, "It doesn't look like it, dude. It looks like he's pretty fucked up."
Yeah.
But then he came back. Actually,
He did come back. One of the
great
great recoveries of all time. Shout out to him, the great man, and well organised.
Great, fantastically organised.
Well organised.
Ed Liston went mute.
I didn't see a heap of it.
That's what I mean. He was just milling.
Really didn't see much of him.
Great night.
Great night. Really, really great night. Rock solid stuff.
Yeah. And then you just have to deal with the Sunday. I did something that I think I'm going to keep doing from now on. Like, my flight was at 2, checkout was at 11. I had heaps of time to kill. When you're in a hotel, I think you just, if you don't want to leave straight away, just don't. Just stay in your room and just wait for the cleaner to come. They come in and go, yeah, sorry, just fucking thought checkout was now.
Especially in a big hotel like that.
Dude,
There's
I
many
could have stayed.
rooms.
I could have stayed in there for fucking a lot longer. I kept popping my head out to see if there's any cleaners on the level, like, leave the big trolley and shit. Nothing. I just fucking hung out. It was glorious. I didn't check out, though. You meant to check out? I just walked out.
You don't have to check out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They've got your card on file.
That's what I thought. They're going to need an Excel spreadsheet to work out what the hell we took out of that minibar.
Well, I've already seen it. It was quite extensive.
Was it?
Yeah, pretty much everything in there. I think there was probably one thing we didn't open. It was probably like that bottle of wine.
Yeah, or the
that bottle
tonic.
of red, the Shiraz,
yeah.
which we decided was probably a tad heavy for 3 a.m.
Yeah, we'll go with the Pinot at 3 a.m. The Shiraz might be a bit much at this hour. I was also wondering when I was leaving, because people kept bringing in booze from their own.
Oh, yeah,
So,
no.
like, I was wondering if they would add that on, or is it just like what should be in the minibar?
I think,
what isn't?
yeah, I think that's what they do. I'd hope so. It wasn't outrageous what we paid, so I don't think we've been
No, but
stunned.
everything was gone, essentially.
Yeah.
I cleaned up the scraps in the morning as well, made sure that we really got rid of it.
Oh, yeah, good. Eyes up football.
Yeah.
Mate, it was a great weekend, and then you get back and you just, you lick your rugby league wounds,
Yep.
which is what I'm doing right now.
That's what we're doing. You've got a couple of fucking wounded boys on the
I
show
could have
today.
slept the fuck in this morning. Elsa had me up at 8 o'clock, which seemed ungodly.
She woke you up, like said, get up.
She was up at 7, and she was like, I'm just like, I need 5 more minutes. I need 5 more minutes. 5 minutes became 60 pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, as they do.
As they do.
My daughter was in her bedroom at 5:30 in the morning. Right, one of them had already come into the bed overnight. That was Evie Rose. Zoe was just up going, Dad, come here, Dad. I'm like, Zoe, just come here. What do you need? Just come here. Dad, just wouldn't and just kept screaming. I'm like, this little fucker must know I'm trying to sleep. Just kept screaming. And so I just go in the room and I'm like, what's up, Dad? She's like, carry me to your bed. I'm like,
Oh, my God.
you absolute rascal.
She must have started to put together, if you go away and come back, you're a bit ginger.
I mean, they could. I'm not very good at hiding it, that's for sure. So I'm sure she had some idea. But the fights yesterday were mad, and that made life a lot easier because I just lay in me hotel bed watching Biffs. Then I went down and I got into an Uber that was 40 minutes to the airport, and I watched Biffs. And then I walked onto the plane and I continued to watch Biffs in the air. And then I got off the plane and I hopped into the taxi and I continued, Eddie, to watch Biffs all the way home. And they basically finished like maybe 20 minutes from home.
Mate, Wi-Fi on domestic flights has revolutionised the flying experience. IMO.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of it.
It's really good. It's just really good. So, and like, I didn't skip a beat. Nothing fucked up. Everything was good. It was just perfect. Honestly, the whole week couldn't have been more efficient.
That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. You're just looking for elite efficiency.
Yeah.
So that you can hide the pain from yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I find I need after a big night is I need to be constantly distracted. I need to constantly distract myself
And have no obligations.
from my reality.
But you don't want obligations either.
No, I don't want any. But the fights were great. Great fights.
Like, Steph called me at 9 a.m. yesterday, or she asked me, like, whatever, I was fucking hungry. And she's like, "Oi, can you just go back through your emails and find a receipt?" And I'm like, oh, it was the easiest thing on planet Earth to do. I did it in 2 minutes. But
that's-
like, the idea of having to even confront the possibility of doing it, I was like, how dare you do this to me?
Well, you saying that just then wigged me out.
Yeah.
was like, ooh, that sounds pretty
I
ouch.
know. It's just like, why now? What's this fucking thing?
That sounded pretty ouch.
I
And then
know.
when you said it was really easy, I'm like, yeah, I suppose it would have
It
been.
actually was super easy. I just typed in the name into the email.
But
I
it
was like, there
sounded ouch
Yeah.
to me.
Yep.
See, I wouldn't have had the courage.
No, but I also didn't have the courage to say
I would have had
no.
the muster.
No, but you also need courage to say no to something like that to your wife who's looking
Too
after
much
your kids
courage.
when you're up in the Goldie fucking hungover.
Too much courage.
Yeah, so I did it and it was easy. But you know what I mean? That's a responsibility I don't want put on my shoulders. I wouldn't ask someone to do it. I know it's not asking much, but I just want you to know I'd never ask that of you on a hungover day. Like, I wouldn't be like, can you go do this for me?
I know. Yeah, but you've got respect. You're respectful.
They don't respect us.
No, they don't respect us. They don't give a
respect us,
flying
dude. They don't
fuck about
care
us.
at all. You just think,
And I was like, why do you do it yourself?
because it's
And
fun.
I go, I didn't even go up on the Friday night. I need some credit. Something. Give me something, woman. And she conceded that, yes, I had improved, that made me feel good. I was
But
like,
why did you do it to yourself? That's a silly question.
I go, what are you talking about? It was $1.
But it's like anything. Why do you go for a run? Like, you
Yeah.
feel sore after
Why do you
a
open
run.
your eyes when you wake up?
Yeah, what's the point?
Why do you shower every
What's
day?
the point of anything?
Yeah, exactly. Get real Nietzsche on you or whatever it is. What's his
Well,
name?
there's Nietzsche and then there's niche, and I don't know which one you're necessarily
Nietzsche.
trying to...
That
Nietzsche's a philosopher.
Yeah, he's like, fucking, what's the point, isn't he? That's his thing.
Is that his philosophy? What's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point, Nietzsche?
What's the point of it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that might be. Toddler, you can probably check if Nietzsche was famous for saying, what's the point?
Like nihilism?
Huh?
Nihilism. Yeah. What's the point, man?
Yeah, what's the point? Punters and dribblers, we are brought to you by our good friends at 4 Pines. Go down to your bloody local, wherever that sells booze, and get yourself a big, fat, dirty case of 4 Pines Japanese lager. I'll tell you something, Eddie, and I'll tell you it for free. There's a very good chance that by 2025, this nation has turned completely Japanese. The amount of people reaching out to let us know they've turned Japanese.
A lot of DMs.
Yeah.
Heaps of DMs. Mountains of DMs.
Mountains of DMs.
Turn Japanese, punters and dribblers. Just even if you try it.
Yeah. Just try
Just try it.
turning Japanese.
Just try turning Japanese. See how it feels on you.
Try it on.
Try it on by drinking it down.
That's right. 4 Pints Japanese lager. It is the good stuff.
Now the fights. Le Biffs.
Yeah, so you only watched the two in the main event, hey?
I forgot they were on.
Yeah,
And then
right.
because I was watching Christmas Made to Order.
Okay, you watched Christmas Made
and
to
then I
Order
go,
before the
fuck,
fight.
those fucking fights are on.
Jesus Christ, imagine missing those two for Christmas
I got to the
Made
end of the
Order.
Bo Nickel fight.
Yeah, right. That was impressive, actually, Bo Nickel, because he's like a wrestler and he's only 6 fights into his career and he managed to just like, and he's a wrestler and he sort of struck a veteran who's beaten some fucking big dogs. But Chandler Oliveira was good, sort of, once it got to the end. Oliveira beat the fuck out of him. And then the final round, Chandler just started throwing caution to the wind.
Yeah. Mate, at the start, he was fucking smothering him, bro.
He was just getting pumped.
Just getting pumped.
But he is such a showman, Chandler. Like, even when he's fucking just getting dominated and then he's got Oliveira on his back and he's standing up. You know what I mean? That bit where he's just standing up and, like, jumping in the air. Like, it's so American and performative. It's like...
He's very much that guy.
It's like a Tom Cruise movie script. Like, if Tom Cruise was, like, an MMA fighter.
Yes.
That's how his fights would end. in those movies.
Yeah.
But he'd win. He'd, like, knock him out.
Well, he just...
With the president there and all that shit. Like, it's so American.
So American. It's so American. There are a lot of Trump guys there that fight in the UFC.
Bro, the MMA world is fucking Trump. See, you the crowd when he walked in, they absolutely lose it. Not a single politician in Australia is even close to liked, let alone getting a reception like that in Australia. Like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you remember when ScoMo used to go to Sharky's games? He'd get booed.
Dude, after the NRL grand final, I'm pretty sure whenever, like, the referees would come on stage and all the dignitaries and shit that you would shake the players' hands. Anytime they introduce a PM, regardless, we'd just boo them. Yeah. Like, it didn't matter which, if it was Labor or fucking Liberal. It was like, nah, sorry, loser. Trump was like king. He's in there with his whole crew. It was Musk, RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, Vivek, and you're just like, this is so
Kid Rock.
Yeah, but Kid Rock's not in his fucking cabinet. I think Kid Rock was just there. But I just mean, like, you know, he's in there with, like, his Avengers type fucking...
His cabinet, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
His motley crew.
His crew. It just looked so dribbly and all walking out together. But, dude, John Jones, he fucked Stipe up.
Fucked him up. Fucked him up from the start.
Yeah.
It wasn't close at all.
No.
That rear kick he did right to like, is that where a kidney would be?
I think
No,
the
kidneys-
liver's on the other side, which is the one that, like, if you get a good liver shot, will kill you. But I mean, it was his ribs and everything.
Got him straight in the ribs.
Just dropped him like a fucking bag.
Did you
of
listen
shit.
to his press conference afterwards?
I heard him comments about Pereira.
No. But so that liver kick or that spinning back kick, he was like, oh, I just want to thank one of my coaches, whatever your name is. He's like a Taekwondo coach in Albuquerque. He's like maybe a year ago. He was talking about how, like, he goes, I don't really have one punch knockout power in my hands, but like everyone essentially, if done correctly, has knockout power in your legs. And he's like, so I just wanted to master the most powerful kick that you can do, and that's a spinning back kick.
Is that the most powerful kick you can do?
I mean, this is what John Jones said.
Yeah.
I'm not in a position to argue.
Well,
with John
I'm going to
Jones.
take him. I'm going to take him at his word.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, well, actually, it could be. Like, I have no idea. So yes, it is for all intents, but for the purpose of this conversation. And he's like, so he was like 3 hours a day, 3 days a week or some shit. This guy would come over and we just work that kick. And he was like, Bruce Lee used to say, like, and again, I'm paraphrasing all of this because I don't remember it correctly. It was like, you know, it's all well and good to have like 10,000 kicks in your arsenal, or to have mastered have mastered 10,000 hours of one kick or some shit like that.
Is that a Bruce Lee?
Something like that.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times.
Bruce Lee, that's wisdom right there.
Yeah, it is. But what's mad is that John Jones at 37 or 38 and already the best of all time, goes away and masters a spinning back kick. And he was like, I want to be able to finish people with a kick. And then he does. He finishes fucking Stipe with a kick to the...
Drops him.
Yeah.
Drops him
Retired
and then
him.
pumps him. Dropped him, then pumped him. It was a serious bit of kit. Interesting comments after the fight. Dana White was like, I don't want to make that fight with Pereira because he's too small. You know, John Jones will kill him. He's too good a wrestler. But if they beg me, maybe. And then he's like, I don't want to fight Tom Aspinall. I don't give a fuck about belts. This is John Jones.
Yeah.
I want Pereira.
Dude, in the ring when he's talking to Rogan, he alluded to fighting Tom Aspinall, and the crowd fucking loved it. And then when he's in the presser, he's like, nah, I think he's just negotiating for money here. Like, that's all it is. Because, like, you're out there in front of the crowd, give the crowd what they want, which is, like, a bit of the truth. And, like, you know, get them excited for this fight that they want, the Aspinall one. But then when you're back and you're in the media and, you know, you've had a moment, you go, okay, sweet, now let's go back to the, like... Because the more the crowd, the people want the fight, then the more the UFC is incentivized to pay John Jones to make it happen. So, like, give them a bit of what they want so they're hyped up, then come back and sort of, like, go back to the routine of, like, nah. If you pay me a shitload, I'll think about it. But otherwise, I want Pereira or I'm going.
He said to beat up Tom Aspinall, I don't break any record doing that, or I don't set my record further ahead doing that. Beating Alex Pereira, that would be my 10th UFC champion that I beat. Just does more for my legacy.
Yeah, it does and it doesn't, because Alex Pereira is just objectively easier to beat than Tom Aspinall.
Purely because of size.
No. They're pretty much the same height. Because Pereira cannot wrestle at all. John Jones' background is actually just wrestling. Like, you saw what he did to Cyril Gane. He just took him down and choked down in a second. Like,
Yeah.
They can both strike, and Pereira's an even better striker, but, like, John Jones gets taken down. Like, he could just do that relatively quickly.
You know, well, apparently fucking Aspinall is favourite.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Aspinall is a beast. Again, I don't know who favourite is obviously just what people want to put money on, but, like, Aspinall is very quick and he's very well rounded. That's why he's not just like one man. And I'm pretty sure he's like won every single fight of his UFC career in the first round.
Can you confirm that, Tubble?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, maybe. Can wrestle, can strike. Whereas Pereira, for God love him, and God knows I do, he is a striker.
All except his third fight, which was a round 2 submission.
Interesting.
So he's a serious bit of gear, Tommy Aspinall.
Tommy A.
Yeah, got a bit of gypsy about him.
We love a bit of gypsy, though, in our fighters.
Yeah.
And by us, I mean we.
He actually reminds me a bit of, he's got a bit of leaguey about him. I think he's from north of England.
They love their rugby league.
They love their rugby league up there.
It's real northern as shit.
Yeah. He could almost be a Burgess brother if you look at him.
He's got a bit about that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think they all look the same, the northerners.
That's what I was going to say, and I'm not going to say inbred, but like there's something about the north of England where they all kind of...
Like everyone from Liverpool looks identical.
Yeah, they do.
That's me generalising massively, but you know what I mean.
You can say it about Liverpool.
He's from Salford, which is like... really
Salford
close
Red
to
Devils, mate. I'm pretty
Manchester.
sure that fucking our boy Jacko Hastings won a Moss playing for Salford Red Devils. That could be wrong, but...
It also could be right.
It could be right.
Now, from one fight to another, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul.
One of the great pieces of shit you ever seen. But like
We watched it at the beach club that wasn't on the beach, and it was everyone there was watching it.
they had it on the big screen there. Dude, apparently because it was at one point, and it was probably closer to bedtime on the Saturday night, you and I musing about the number of views it did, because it was free, essentially, unless you have if you have a Netflix subscription. You know, you think about pay-per-view buys, Manny, Pacquiao, and Mayweather have the record of like 4.2 million or something. Then you're like, well, shit. If people don't have to pay, they can, like, a lot more people are going to watch it. But like, how much more? Like, maybe what, 10 million? 20 million? Is that way too much? Then you hear fucking Jake Paul afterwards saying that they think it could have been watched by as many as 120 million people.
I was reading an article yesterday that said 65 million.
65 was the peak concurrent, but it averaged out as like 60 million around the world.
That's still fucking
But peak
massive.
concurrent
That's
is
just all-
not total views.
But that's also households. So you could have like multiple people in a household, right?
That's a
and
great
then
point
it
as
punches
well.
it up.
So it's one of the biggest events. Is it the biggest sports event fight then of all time on those numbers?
Yeah, I think so. But also, someone was saying, can you find this time? There was something about like your Uber or Menulog or whatever the fuck said that the traffic to their websites at that time was bigger than a Super Bowl.
Mate, the servers went down.
For
Netflix.
Yeah, just after Tyson came out, it glitched everywhere.
Well, yeah, it glitched when we were fucking watching on the big screen. Everyone's like, oh no.
everywhere. Everyone that I knew that was watching it had the same thing.
Which means essentially that it massively outdid their expectations.
Yeah, the servers couldn't handle it.
Because they would have prepared for like far beyond what they expected, you would think.
Yeah.
And for the servers to go down, although temporarily, thank God they got that sorted. That would have been a fucking
Mate, that's
shit show.
like a 502 gateway on a massive scale, isn't it?
On a massive. We've had 502 gateways.
Listen, we get what Netflix we're going through.
We get it. I mean, I've turned to the crystals before in times of 502 gateways, but Jesus Christ.
They had a bunch of tech issues throughout the whole day. Like they had a panel, and they had Evander Holyfield on, and he was sitting like at the other end of the table, and he couldn't hear a fucking thing. So it was just this awkward, stumbly interview for like 10 minutes with all these tech issues.
What about the return feed, mate?
Well, dude, honestly, that's fucking key. But the thing that annoys me about these events, and this is what the UFC do so well. The UFC, it's like in the lead up, have all the fucking interviews and all the bullshit you want, all the press conferences you want and all that, and that's great, get everyone horny. And then on fight night, it's fight, interview, fight, like they just roll out the fights. Well, these like fucking these sort of sideshow boxing events, or when they do the Riyadh ones in Abu Dhabi.
Riyadh ones are exactly the same.
They take too long. Who gives a shit about what's going on in between the fights? Just pump them out. You just get bored.
Mate, the Tyson Fury fight, it took about fucking 6 hours for him to come out.
Mate, when they're in the Saudi Arabia and shit, it's like, oh, the fight card starts at 1 and then the main event doesn't come out until, and I'm talking like 1 in the morning our time. And then the main event won't come out until like 7 or 8 in the morning. You're like,
mate,
what?
I think that Fury, one of those Fury fights, I think he came out at like 8:30 in the morning.
I'm pretty sure in Ngannou.
Was it him, Ngannou?
Ngannou AJ or him or Ngannou Fury, there was one where it was just like, okay,
absolutely
sweet.
ridiculous.
If I was up at 1, this would have been one of the great nightmares of my life.
Oh, you'd be absolutely ropeable. You'd be furious. I spent a lot of time on TikTok yesterday. That's going to surprise no one, doom scrolling, obviously distracting my mind. The amount of videos I saw of Tyson just like getting in close and just going to punch and just not punching. And then they were cutting that with his training where he's just like smashing the guy with that, like the bodysuit on, just working him over. And then in the fight, there to be hit, just doesn't do anything. Just doesn't throw a single punch. Just goes to throw it and doesn't. And there's just this video after video after video after video after video of him in like from basically rounds 3 onwards, just like not throwing a punch.
No, he did.
It was fucking madness to watch.
But the thing is, we didn't get hoodwinked because it was like, I think most people knew it was coming, but like I think a lot of people also didn't. But it's like it was a 27-year-old guy who is a competent boxer against a 60-year-old.
Mate, Mike Tyson looked like he was going to fall over. His knees were so knobbly.
Yeah, his legs don't work anymore. He's 60
so
years
stiff.
old. He was evading all right.
He was evading fine. He was evading well, but he was throwing nothing, which was doing my head in.
And then Jake was like, yeah, I kind of eased up on him late on. Which, again, is like fine, and I respect that you don't want to fucking knock Mike Tyson out, even though that's what people are here for. They're here for a boxing match. You know what I mean? Like, they're actually here to see something happen.
When the fight started, like when you got a couple of rounds into it, I think it sort of it revealed itself.
Oh, shit, yeah.
As to
what you're in for.
But also how it was just a bit edge.
Yeah. No,
it was a little bit edge.
No, a bit sad.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
I was a bit like, oh.
Yeah.
This is a bit gross.
Yeah.
And this guy's old as fuck. And there's just been like really clever editing or the way that that his training was put to the masses, even particularly on his own channels, made him look a lot better than he
actually
or a lot younger even, or I don't know what it was.
No,
when he was out there next to Jake, there was context immediately. There was juxtaposition. And it became a bit icky to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is actually really fucked up.
Yeah, this is not cool.
31 years difference, that is insane.
Yeah. And just a shit spectacle. Now, I didn't watch because, like, don't shit down my throat Masood style. Big fan of Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. They were the co-main event. I was unfortunately just doing a bit of having a bit of me time with everyone at the beach club nowhere near the beach.
Oh,
and I didn't even know the fights were on.
We were moving and shaking, not moving and shaking, we were moving our hips and shaking them.
Yes. Moving and shaking our hips.
Yes. And then you realise the fight's about to be on, so you go and watch it. But we were at a Bucks. You didn't want to just go and watch fights the whole time. You wanted to mingle.
Yeah.
You know?
I also didn't know it was on. I may have checked it out. But apparently it was a sick fight as well.
So Taylor wins again.
Yep. But again, testy butt for me. It was like people think she shouldn't have won. I don't know.
They said that the first time.
Yeah, they were throwing some stats out about her having like landing less punches, fucking da-da-da-da, I don't know.
And she was deducted a point.
Deducted a point and landed like 100 less punches. But whatever. It is what it is, you know?
Is what it is.
And then you die.
Very dribbly stuff from Logan Paul and like him just spraying him with fucking deodorant the whole time.
I know. That's these things are just massive marketing.
That's all it is they just
they come out in like a Rolls Royce and Logan's just spraying deodorant.
Then in the ring after he's just spraying deodorant. Yeah. Like it's just all marketing the whole time.
Drinking Prime.
What is that?
No, he couldn't drink Prime there, I don't think, because Jake's got his own brand, Celsius, so it's like you can't have it.
Yeah, right.
Because otherwise he would have driven out holding one. What's that deodorant they were spraying?
W. That's Jake Paul's deodorant.
W, it's called.
Like for win, getting a W.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we were talking about it though. It's like they're they're smart, but you sort of. I was like, I wonder what the. Like, I guess, do they find these, like, markets that are potentially there to be disrupted, for lack of a better term? I don't know if disrupted makes sense there. I guess it kind of does. But you're like, the sports drink one, you're like, yep, sure. I mean, Prime objectively tastes like shit compared to all of them, but, like, whatever. Then from a deodorant perspective, I'm like, I can't even smell, but I'm like, I guess it's trying to be, like, the next, like, a Lynx alternative. Because if you're like a Rexona person, I feel like you're more of an adult. Whereas if you get Lynx, you're like, you've just started to stink for the first time.
I think they're going after the teenage boy, hormonal, stinky, sweaty, like
pimply, acne,
rashy, ranky, like 17, 18, 16, 17, 18, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
And you basically got Lynx Africa. That's all we used to wear growing up, and it smells like shit. I think it's quite smart.
Yeah. I wonder what the margins are on
I reckon they'd be healthy. I think it'd be really healthy.
What's a can of Lynx Af cost you these days? Just out of interest, you know.
Were you an African man?
Yeah. Of course it was.
Everyone was.
$8.
$8, so you'd actually making it for fuck all.
The chocolate was really good as
Make it
well.
for fuck all.
You know,
$1
I
a
guess.
can.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, I have no idea. I can't speak
At
with any
scale.
confidence. True, at scale, Edward. You're not getting 500 yuans.
No, you're not getting 500 yuans, mate. Fuck no, you're not getting 500. But what's Jake Paul charging for W? I bet you it's twice the price. Based on the prime fucking...
Yeah, what do we think? 1460? 1680?
Yeah, something like that.
17 in this economy?
$19.
If you keep it under 20,
I think it's going to be under 20.
surely.
Like $7 US. So what's that?
Completely wrong. Well, $7 US, $10. It's a bit more expensive.
Not that
Yeah,
expensive.
about 10, $11.
There you go. That's a steal.
In Walmart.
It's a steal.
What's it? Warm up.
At Walmart
Oh, at Walmart.
in the US.
Sweet. Well, congratulations. You made $40 million for that farce, apparently, Jake.
Minimum. Guaranteed.
Mike, 20.
That was the guaranteed purse, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know what the fuck else. Well, they're not doing pay-per-view, so it's not.
Yeah, but there might have been bonuses unlocked based on stream numbers. I bet you there were.
Not a bad point, Edward. And it seems like they've unlocked them.
If they were there to be unlocked, they've unlocked
them.
for sure.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson doesn't think it's his last fight.
I think it should be, Mike. He was like, he already tried to talk shit to Logan afterwards. He's like, I'll get fucking Logan. Then Logan's like, I'll kill you, Mike. You're like, oh, God, they're starting it already.
They're
just starting it already. Just straight. There's not even a breath taken.
Mate.
They start this next fast fucking build-up.
It's so interesting to me to see how easy it is to hoodwink the punter.
Back into it again.
But they get that when, I don't know if you've been watching Mike Tyson's videos, but they get this old guy in there and he's like, you gotta hit strong, Mike.
Yeah, this is the best I've seen him look.
This is the best I've seen. This is the strongest I ever seen you, Mike. And you and I were like, bullshit.
It is.
But like this, he looks big. He's like, this is the biggest I've seen you, and then they just go into just like saying offs.
The guy,
it's just back and forth of these fucking dumb sayings.
Mike's perpetually in a fucking knee brace.
But then when you actually see Mike just evading well, but throwing nothing,
He didn't land a significant punch.
but he didn't throw anything, and then you just like all these. You know, you're going to unlock the darkness within you, mate. Like, all this shit. You're like, it's all just rubbish. It's all just nonsense.
Yeah. I don't want to watch him fight again. The thing is, though, if I've got nothing on and Logan and Mike Tyson is on Netflix, I may look at it. But it's a real nothing on thing now with these guys. Like, I don't
I am done with Mike Tyson now.
Oh, yeah. But I mean,
Jake can lure me, and there's a couple of fights out there that I'd watch.
Because he still has real fights.
Conor McGregor,
Canelo is the one that he's been trying to get.
He's not going to get Canelo.
No, but in terms of like he's not going to get Canelo, I don't think that it's a.
He lost to Tommy Fury.
I'm not saying it's a question of who wins the fight. I'm not saying that, but should he fight Canelo? No, but if you Think about the numbers that would do.
I'd watch the shit out of that
Okay, but so
fight.
if you're Canelo, just go with me here. If you're Canelo, you have done everything and you still can fucking these major fights are still there. But if you could get potentially one of your biggest paydays ever to go and fight Jake Paul, who you will absolutely murder.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a no-brainer.
you could just do that.
It's a no-brainer.
How much money you want to make?
Mate, Floyd did it with Conor McGregor.
Floyd was old as fuck when he did that.
And it wasn't even close.
No, but Floyd was old. Canelo's still. How old is Canelo now? He'd be what?
He'd be 30-something.
Is he older than us?
34?
34, dude. Yeah. He's fucking 34. He will beat the
living piss out of him.
That would be great.
As if Conor McGregor's not doing that, though.
Conor's much smaller. That's the only problem. He's much smaller.
Oh, that's true. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
He's fucking huge, Jake Paul.
Yeah, he's massive. He's fought fucking Tyson.
It's a great point.
But then, and Jake's trying to call out to Conor in MMA. That's when Jake would lose because Conor would kick his fucking head off.
Interesting. Apparently, he put up a video that was deleted, Conor McGregor. Some etched video about the Tyson fight. That was the headline I read. I was wondering if you saw.
Conor put up an etched video. He's fucking,
off the deep end, mate.
Yeah. Sad descent into chaos.
Madness.
Yeah.
Madness and chaos.
What were your thoughts on the video of Mike Tyson in the sheds before? Like that interview?
That was
in the thong.
Yeah. He's doing an interview.
Well, he's not. He's in the thing that they wear underneath. Yeah.
The jock strap.
Yeah.
But just that he's in there doing that interview and then just sort of just walks off and the camera's still on him and it just reveals this fucking arseless chaps. So ridiculous. All that interview made me laugh last week where he's being interviewed by that 12-year-old girl and he just sort of forgets who he's talking to. And she's like, so what do you want your legacy to be? He's like, I don't care about legacy. Legacy, I'm just going to be dust. I'm going to be dead. Who cares? I'm not selfish about legacy. Fuck legacy. And she's like, wow, Mike, no one's ever given me an answer like that. I guess I hadn't thought about it that way.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
That is
She handled it very well.
Dude, she handled it so well. Nice haircut, Tubler.
Thank you.
She handled it so well.
So well. Unbelievable. There's some. He's an odd cat. That Hasbulla video of him thinking it was a child.
Thinking Hasbulla was a
funniest
kid
things.
and he's
You
kissing
giving him raspberries and shit.
And then he's interviewed and he's like, I thought it was a baby. I thought it was a baby. I didn't realize he was an 18-year-old man. We interrupt this podcast transmission to shout out our good friends at Ned's.
Yes, we do. Sorry, Neds. Sorry. Pisces on the weekend. Tommy spotted it like a dirty nose. Pisces. A nair of note.
Oh, yeah.
A nair of note.
Wasn't favourite, was the market mover.
My daughter looking like being a Pisces, unconfirmed at this point in time.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's not yet born. However, you see a Pisces, Tom sees a Pisces, we see a Pisces, I see a Pisces, we all load up on Pisces, and you get the W. And it's all thanks to Neds.
It is. Now, sure, did we get on Mike Tyson round one? Knockout of Jake Paul? We might have. And there were reasons behind that.
That was a bit of fun.
That was a bit of fun. It was an omen bet. It was a Jarchy got knocked out before. Let's try and do that. And it didn't work. So, it's yin and yang. But if you're going to yin or yang, you do it with Neds.
Yes, you do. Yin and yangin'.
Yeah.
Do it with Neds.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website. Dude, I don't want to alarm you or the heavies at NRL HQ, but rugby's back. Rugby union's back, dude.
Oh, it's back.
Rugby union's back.
Back in a big way.
52 to something.
20.
I don't love the 20, but 52-20.
That's a rugby league, rugby union humping.
Yeah, it is.
That's what
That's a humping of consequence. Against the Welsh, who, in fairness, on a 10-game losing streak, that now goes to 11, I believe.
And dead last in the Six Nations.
Yes.
But still, we've always had a good rivalry with Wales, mainly because we always beat them.
Yes.
I think that's why we enjoy the rivalry, because we don't get many wins.
And so it's nice to just beat up on a team. But, Eddie, someone in my rugby chat group did point out that this time 12 months ago we were beaten 40-3 or something by Wales at the World Cup. So,
Hey, Joe Schmidt's turned things around. There's no doubt about that.
but well, it shines a great big light on how much of a piece of shit coach Eddie Jones was.
Well, Eddie Jones was a traitor. That's on the public record. Eddie knows it. That's why he used to get so frustrated by it when people would say it to him, because he knows it's true.
He's a traitor.
He's a traitor. He was conspiring with the Japanese behind our backs. He basically took us to the World Cup to humiliate us.
Yeah.
And then he dropped us on our ass as, I think, some sort of cruel payback for us dropping him years ago. Fuck Eddie Jones. Joe Schmidt, who is an Australian, but he's not a sleeper either. He's not a
Robbie Deans.
He's not a Robbie Deans, and I think that's obvious. He's just got us humming. I think we were collectively, as a nation, a bit disappointed that Suoli'i wasn't playing. Not starting, rather.
But you know what I thought about? Well, it was like when we were against England, good team, start him. Now it's like, you know what? Let's use some other guys. Let's get some other guys some game time. You never know what's going to happen.
Let's get some confidence.
Some confidence going.
Let's get some confidence going. I think it's really smart from Joe Schmidt. Really smart.
Joe Schmidt's a smart coach. I've always said
Tom Wright can play.
We were there.
Tom Wright can play.
Manly boy, the Seagull.
Tom Wright can play.
Tom
You just need leagueies in the setup.
Tom Wright is
That's all you need.
Fucking leaguey, dude.
You need leagueies in the setup.
He's so good.
Leagueies in the setup.
But he's got footwork, he's got speed, he's
fucking quick.
Vish. He almost set up a try early on to Samu Karevi with just a horny flick pass back into someone else who then gave it to Karevi. I'm like, this guy fucks the house down.
He's a big rooter.
Now, this is what I need you to check for me, Tobler, first of his name. Did fucking Eddie Jones, did he take Tom Wright to the World Cup? Like, was Tom Wright in the World Cup squad last year?
Surprising omission.
Yeah.
Wasn't there.
Ikitau?
It's all starting to make sense. IMO.
Because, like, there was a couple there where it was like they weren't even in the World Cup squad. Like, are you kidding me, dude?
No, he wasn't either.
Yeah. Right. Eddie Jones.
Sleeper traded dog.
What a dickhead.
It's just a fact. It's factually accurate.
So, Ikitau, Tom Wright, Noah Lolosio, and Wilson. Wilson now like the fucking captain, I believe. That's number 8, Harry Wilson.
I think he is captain, yes.
Yes. Noah Lolosio had a better game. I think we were a little critical of him against the English. I still think he needs a little more flair. I love the people who leave comments, like whenever we talk about rugby, and they go, geez, boys, you need to fucking, like, you guys don't know shit or whatever. And you're like, this is your opportunity to correct us.
Alan Alatola was.
When have we
captain.
known? We don't know anything about what we're talking about.
Oh, Popsy. Look who's come in. How
Big
are you?
fella. How are you, Bilbo? How you doing? Good, mate.
Good. Just, mate, just talking about rugby union. What are you up to? Oh, there you go. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah. We won. We beat the shit out of the Welsh. Yeah.
Yeah.
He started on the bench, came on late.
Played like 10 minutes.
Yeah, he didn't play much. Just got a
10
little. I think he played all right. The Wallabies were good, 52-20. Was it? Yeah. And we had a red card at half time. Yeah. Rugby's back, mate.
Rugby's back.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, we've been saying.
No, we have to.
Yeah, but to all those people that like it, when we talk about anything, Tom, and we're not experts at it, which we never pretend to be. So there's always some digging. You cunts need to know more about rugby. You need to know more about. Oh, that EPL chat was so tough.
Oh, that fighting chat was.
Oh, that chat was tough. I'm like, shut up, cunt. You're not a fucking analyst. Shut your mouth. Fuck, you know what I mean? If this is David Beckham, sure.
Yeah.
Is that who I'm talking to?
Yeah.
Or is it some dead shit who plays a couple of 7th grade games fucking mixed on the weekend like old Cody? Tells everyone he's a Premier League player.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, a lot of Codys out there, mate.
A lot of Codys.
Bit of a drive-by on the kid.
Hell. Fuck
him.
Did he deserve it?
Yes, he did. But feel free to like just give us feedback. Let us know. As in like you tell us where we went wrong, as opposed to going, it's fucking shit. I'm like, let us know.
Yeah.
Experts. Lots of the hooker Fessler, he got a hat trick. Tom Wright got a hat trick.
It was a night. It was a night for hat tricks, baby.
Frosty with a runaway, second rower. He ran like 50 meters. It was actually quite a nice, like nothing more uncomfortable than seeing someone really tall in open space running. Like just in any situation.
No,
like I guarantee if we got Felix to just run in an open field, everyone would feel edge.
Everyone would be, everyone would
Tall people running just is.
Oh, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
It always has been.
Unless you are like Usain and you're sort of proportionately dimensional.
Well, it's always a bit gangly.
Yeah.
It's a bit gangly.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
like it.
No, I don't like it. I think it makes us all feel, rather odd inside. It's hard to explain.
Just uncomfortable.
What else? Karevi got a fucking red, didn't he?
Yeah, dude. It was a rugby union red. Like
they've got to sort that out. That rugby union red.
The only thing that it was, I'd forgotten that rugby do this now. Is he got a yellow card, right?
Got it upgraded.
Yeah, he got it upgraded while he was off, and then what they do is you only lose a man for 20 minutes. So after 20, you have someone else comes back on. But I'm like, to upgrade it after it's been done, like just let the decision stand. And also, do you know what he did? He bent down, made the tackle, and they had a head clash. His fucking shoulder didn't hit the guy in the head. They had a head clash.
Yeah,
but I'm like, is there any responsibility on the attacking player to not have a head clash?
There's not. That's the problem.
It's just madness to me.
There's got to be shared responsibility sometime.
It's madness.
Absolute madness.
But at least they realise it's mad, kind of, because now they're like, but you can have someone back on because we're going to make some real bitch decisions.
Yeah, true. Now, the Grand Slam's still alive and well, as predicted.
As at time of recording.
The Scottish will make our,
We'll fucking get the Scottish.
Yeah.
12:40 a.m. this Sunday.
We'll scrub the Scottish.
12:40 a.m.
So it's not too bad.
That's doable.
12:40 a.m.
So that's
okay.
40 minutes after midnight.
It's okay. I was just running that through the brain.
Yeah, you were.
Trying to
That's doable.
It's a lot better than 2.
Well,
even though it's only an hour and 20 minutes, but it's still better.
It's also how it feels. Like if you get up at 2, finishes at close to 4, do you get back to sleep,
Well, I would. But yes, not always.
And if you're me, you might not be allowed to.
So I think there's a very, very good chance we wipe the floor with the Scottish, although I know they're better than Wales.
And then from there, it's just England.
And then it's, Ireland.
Oh, Ireland, sorry. Ireland
then
for
it's
the
Ireland.
slam.
Then it's Ireland for the slam. That'd be Ireland for the slam. Last time we did it was old mate in the papers.
yeah. Yes. Alan Jones was the coach.
Yeah.
1984.
Who's just been arrested.
It's all before,
It's all before the courts, but I think you all know, a bit of touchy allegations.
Bit of feely,
yeah,
fiddle.
a bit of scumbaggery.
Bit of gross humour about it.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I used to walk past him in the halls of, what's it called? Macquarie fucking Media, whatever the fuck it is, when I was at the 2GB. He didn't look at me once. Barely said hello.
Yeah, right. Make of that what you will.
Yep. It actually don't know what to make of it. It's just he's a fucking weirdo.
He's a fucking huge weirdo. Allegedly.
Anyway, he was the coach.
He was the coach
of the Grand Slam. The last Grand Slam.
Yeah.
So maybe there's some, not serendipity.
Oh, it's not serendipity.
But maybe it just he's in the news, so it's not irrelevant. But it would be nice to maybe wash away.
I think more what it is let's cleanse that.
Let's cleanse it.
Because that's now got a bit grubby.
We don't want that.
You
to
know,
be
the last
time.
Grand Slam's a bit grubby now. We need a new one.
Yeah,
we need
coached
a fresh
by
one.
a dirty, rotten scoundrel, allegedly.
Allegedly. We want a clean Grand Slam.
Yeah.
A fresh one.
Yeah.
A nice sparkly one.
Yeah.
Free of issue.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's too much to ask for.
A Schmidt Grand Slam.
A Schmidt Grand Slam. The Scottish, easy, fuck him up. A dribbler did correct me that they didn't beat Italy and Wales. They actually beat England, Scotland in the 2 wins. So there you go. I'm going to give you your flowers.
There you go. But see, there you go. That's constructive feedback.
That's constructive feedback. That actually goes a long way. And yeah, I didn't do my research. I don't have to. Someone does it for me. I wasn't corrected.
That's a Tobler problem. Yeah. Tobler doesn't research even when we ask him to, right? He just sits there. He's like, I don't even know. What do you reckon he's looking at over there?
Porn.
I reckon he's on Facebook. He's probably on WhatsApp.
Or he's watching like Dua Lipa, Corey. Oh, you know what he'd be doing? Above. You know what he's definitely doing? He's just like looking at his scorecards.
From the golf.
Scorecards.
Yeah.
And rewatching his parts.
And you hear how he's laughing there. He's just happy you brought that up. That was a laugh where he was stoked. Yeah.
Well, the kid's doing well.
No, he's actually playing well.
Backed it up.
I need you to film yourself. Like, there better be posts coming out when you get 1 point.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to request that we accept it on our Instagram. I'm like, we're not posting you, bro.
No, I'll keep requesting.
Why were you listening?
We might have
He's shooting his shot.
I played 9 yesterday. That was pretty dog shit.
Oh, so you didn't
16
film. I didn't
points.
see that.
Yeah, I didn't see a single post.
That's because it's not a full round yet. Like, I could play another 9 and come home with a wet sail and get like 25 points for another.
What's your handicap now?
21.8. I've shaved 10 strokes off it in 2 weeks.
Where are you a member?
The Royal Balgowlah on the Northern Beaches.
Nice.
So congratulations to the Wallabies.
Yep, good to see. Rugby's back.
And Ireland. Coming for you, bro.
Yeah, real. What time's the Ireland
4:10 a.m. the week after.
What's the date of that?
Sunday, the 1st of December.
Ouch. First day of summer. Test cricket this Friday.
Yes.
Test cricket this Friday in Perth. Goes till 9 o'clock at night.
Isn't that wild?
What a time to be alive.
Isn't that wild?
Fuck, that's good stuff. I never remember. This is me just trying to get my head around something, because obviously we've been playing cricket in Perth forever. I almost feel like the last couple of years is the only time I ever remember the test going into the evening Australian time. Do you know what I'm saying?
You don't remember tests going till night time?
When I would watch them back in the day.
Well, they always did when they were in Perth.
Yeah, I know.
They'd always go to 9 o'clock.
I know, and it's almost like
they always go to 6 here.
It's almost like the introduction of the day-night test has just completely wiped my memory of the past of like how it just has always been like that for Perth test. I just have no recollection of it.
Sure, I know what you mean. I have got some memory of it.
Either way.
Listen, getting cracking at Optus Stadium makes me miss. It does make me miss the Wacker a bit.
It's just the place is a shed with no, like, people are just like melting in the stands. You see it when you're out, when we've been in Perth and you drive past it and you're like, oh, that's what the Wacker looks like.
Oh, that's the Wacker. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. We saw it recently.
That's what I mean.
Like, Jesus.
And you see, you know Optus, and you're like, well, that thing's just ridiculous.
Yeah, Optus is mad.
And then you see the Wacker and you're like, right. Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I don't miss it.
Doesn't mean I don't miss it. Fremantle Doctor. Don't miss it.
I miss the Doctor.
Yeah, I miss the Doctor more than anything. That's who I really miss. Miss him.
Miss the Doctor.
Yeah.
God, he was good.
Yeah.
Every Arvo'd come in, get a bit of movement.
Yeah, man.
Couple of wicks. Miss you, Doctor.
Miss you, Doc.
Mate, I'm fucking stinging though. Yeah. I'm pumped up.
What's time first ball?
1:20.
All right. And what time's lunch? 2 or 1:30?
I think it's 1 maybe. I think we wanted to get some work in.
Okay. That's fine.
It is what it is. We'll
have it on the phone.
Just have it on the phone.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Just interested to know, mate.
No, I'll have full battery. You have full battery, and then we'll just watch on the phone.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not the end of the world.
It actually could make the whole.
It's gonna be like the best afternoon of my life.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm
I
excited.
can't tell you how excited I am.
Yeah. What's the weather doing Friday, Tobler? Just interested. It's apparently meant to be 25, 26 Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, 23. Partly cloudy.
Cloudy.
Partly. What are you doing on Friday?
Not telling. Can't tell.
None of your beeswax, mate.
Oh.
Well, I hope you have fun.
Thanks, mate. I am starting to get a little bit frustrated with the persistent and constant cloud
cloud seeding is actually a real thing. I know.
I
was joking about it.
I believe that guy, the joint
Yeah.
smoker dude.
Yeah.
I believe that man.
The joint smoking dude. He said cloud, but then some dribbler.
He had the footage.
Some dribbler said that they do cloud seeding at like snowfields and shit. As in, so it's actually not even like the conspiracy would be that it's done to control weather, but it's actually just can also be used for like making it snow at a snowfield or something.
Do they cloud seed at snow resorts?
I don't know. I've never looked into it.
You just said it.
I'm just saying it was what a dribbler said. Like if you go to like the snowy something.
I thought they just used snow machines.
Listen, dude, as I said, I don't care enough about cloud seeding to go look it up because otherwise my algorithm's going to send me down a fucking road I don't want to go.
Yeah, they do cloud seeding over the snowy mountains to enhance snowfall.
There you go. Do they do it in the Middle East as well? So like,
Didn't they do it in Dubai and they caused all the floods? I'm sure that's what happened recently.
if they can cause floods with cloud seeding,
Yeah, they've been doing it since the 90s.
okay, so cloud seeding's real and they can control the weather. Could they just hold off for the summer? Why do you want to ruin summer?
I don't think they're cloud seeding on the East Coast.
I think they are, dude. I think that's what's happening.
I think that's
4 straight La Ninas, dude. I'm getting sick of this shit.
You can bet your bottom dollar we're losing days in the Sydney Test. I hope it's not the first couple.
I hope it's the days when I'm having to be with my newborn. Actually, no, I want it to all be on because, you know, whether you're there or not, it's
You'll be missed this year.
Of course, I'll be missed. I may still go, depending on if we can tie it into some work. You know.
But very excited.
No, very excited. But it's interesting because India are under pressure, right?
Yep.
Because they've
Big
sucked.
pressure.
They are
Mate,
big
losing
pressure.
3-0 to New Zealand's fucking
At home.
outrageous.
But then we're not under pressure. Like Smudge hasn't been batting well. Marnus hasn't been batting well. McSweeney's a new opener coming from the middle order in the Shield. Usman actually hasn't been batting. Like his last few tests were lean, I believe. Do your own research. Travis Head's been good. Mitchell Marsh, he's been good, but then there's always still, even though he won like the Allen Border medal, I still have, you know,
Your doubts.
you just do.
Yep.
And then the bowlers, you sort of just think they'll be sweet.
There's 100%.
But like there
are a lot of unknowns.
there's also almost pressure on us because of how shit India's been.
And there's pressure on us because we've lost the last 2 test series against them here.
Yes.
In our own country.
Yeah.
No less.
Yeah. These guys, this generation of players has like never beaten India in a series.
Really?
Well, you think about the last 2 times they've been out here and then they don't win over in India.
As this current crop, like
Yeah.
Smudge and shit would have back in the day, surely.
2014-15 was the last time we won.
Who was in the
India-
team then?
Let me have a look.
Smudge would have been in the team then, wouldn't he?
Maybe, I can't remember.
10 years ago.
Probably. He might have been.
Yeah, Smudge was.
Yeah.
Rogers, Warner, Watson, Smith, Marsh, Burns, Haddon, Harris.
I like that team.
Oh, that was a good team.
That was a good team. That was a 5-0 team right there.
Yeah. Read that team out again.
Rogers, Warner, Watson, Smith, Marsh, Burns, Haddon, Harris.
Mitch
Stark,
Marsh.
Lyon, Hazelwood.
Mitch Marsh? Sean Marsh.
Sean Marsh.
Remember Buck Tons, dude?
Oh, yeah. And wait, what was the bowling attack?
Bowling was...
Harris.
Stark, Harris, Hazelwood, Lyon, Watson and Smith.
So you got a couple of, you got Lyon, Hazelwood,
Stark.
Stark's been around the block, bro.
Stark is 4th wicket taker all time, for sure.
Been around the block.
Dude, we've got like 4 of the top 10 Australian wicket takers all time in our bowling attack. I'm pretty sure all 4 of them are in there. Lyon being numero 2.
Has he gone past Pidge?
Yeah. Dior, pretty sure.
I don't know if he has. I don't think he has.
Nah, McGrath's got 563 and Lyon's got 530.
Okay.
So he's going
He's going to.
Jesus Christ. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. You don't think he'd go past Warren, but then some people are like, oh, he's got ages. Because it's not exactly that labour intensive what he gets up to, no disrespect.
No, but he does hold down an end.
Fucking oath he does.
He bowls a shit. Like he can bowl a fuckload sometimes.
Yeah. Big day rosé magnums on sale right now, punters and dribblers, and they're flying off the shelves.
Go big and thick.
Yep.
This summer. I've always been of the opinion, Tom, that bigger is better, thicker is better, bigger and thicker is better.
Yep.
And that's what you get with the Big Day Rosé Magnum. Now, it's a bit more affordable than a 6-pack if you're that way inclined, if you're looking for a cheaper option.
Well, you may not have tried the rosé before, and you're like, listen, I want to try some Big Day rosé, but I can't go out and get a 6-pack of it. And you go, well, that's okay, that's fine, because the magnums are here.
That's right. You want to rock up to a party and be a sick cunt?
Yeah.
Get a Magnum.
Ice cold Big Day rosé magnums. Go to hellosport.shop.
Josh Addo-Carr to the Eels.
Yep, happy for Josh.
2 years.
I don't know if this was actually a fucking a back page headline, but I saw it somewhere from the Daily Telegraph, and it was like the Eels buy a used car. CARR. They signed Josh Addo-Carr.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's clever.
it is.
Because we've gone away from that a little bit, I feel like, in the papers. You don't
Listen, they go hard during Origin. Back page of the telly, they go really hard. And usually, when I can remember, I'll try and make a collage of the greatest back page headlines, but I often forget. And by often, I mean I've done it twice. So that was a good back pager. But they've got Addo-Carr now. They've got Lomax. If they get Terrell May, it's a pretty good off-season.
Which is what they're saying.
Well, the Dogs apparently pulled out for Terrell.
Because the Dogs might be going for Pappy.
Yeah, Dogs are apparently close to Paps.
They're also still in for Ben Hunt as well. So it seems like they're prioritising a spine player.
And then
Does it seem to anyone else like that Bulldogs have unlimited money?
yeah.
Well, it's reported that they were playing $1.6 million short on their salary cap this year.
I don't know how that's possible. I just don't know how it's possible. And they also probably do. Like, they don't have... Who have they got in their forwards? Kick-Out. He'd be on good money. Marnie might be on good money.
It'd be an okay money. It'd have to be.
Their back rowers are who? Preston and
Kicks.
Kick-Out. Who's their 13? Like your Kurt Manns of the world, your fucking Jamin Salmons.
They're not that
Josh
stacked,
Curran?
really, are
No.
they? No, they're not.
Josh Curran.
They're not that stacked when you actually think about
No.
it. But they have been buying a lot of players.
Yes.
Is more what I'm saying.
Yeah. They've been in market, Eddie.
Which gives the impression that they've got unlimited
Mate,
money.
if they got
'Cause they're
Pappenhausen-
always buying. Because
They got Satilli.
They got Satili Tupanua as well.
they get
Shit,
Pappy.
dude.
Imagine if they got Ben Hunt as well. Terrell May. Well, they've got you.
No, they've pulled out of Terrell.
So it's basically what the
Eels, Dragons,
Manly.
maybe.
He won't go to the Tigers.
Oh, they're still in as well. Maybe, again, if they just throw bullshit money.
There's actually, I just Googled Terrell May just now. There's actually an article from 20 minutes ago saying he's on the verge of signing with the Tigers.
Wow.
There you go.
Is that you making it up or is that true?
No, it's true. It's understood the Dogs withdrew their interest on the weekend, leaving the Tigers in the box seat.
Why not the Dragons in the box seat?
3-year deal worth $2 million.
Apparently Gavin's come back fitter than ever.
Oh, dude, apparently Latu Finau.
Breaking all his records.
Latu Finau, Clarkey RL column I saw reporting that Latu Finau was one of the guys that came back like out of shape.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. That's not a good sign. When you're a young kid trying to make it, you're like, what are you doing?
Have they released any other names?
No, it was just Latu.
Which
They did follow it up with like, it's nothing to be, or I guess they would say this to the public, but they're like, they said to him, it's nothing to be worried about.
the club said to Latu,
I believe so.
How does that make sense?
I'll just have to double check.
how does, hey, you've breached protocol, we're going to give you a breach notice, but it's not that bad. How does that work? Could it be that they just want to get rid of him?
I highly doubt that.
Well, but you've got Galvin, you've got Luai.
Why would we want to get rid of Latu?
Because you've got Galvin and Luai.
But he's not on anything.
He must want to go back to Manly.
He might want to just come back to Manly. But not if he's fucking not hitting his skin folds, dude.
Well, that's probably why. But he could be trying to miss the skin fold so he can go back to Manly. And then he just starts skin folding up.
Yeah. It's not a bad point.
We should get our skin folds done.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
He was poor in a time trial.
He what?
Latu.
He what?
He was poor in a time trial and will need to explain himself.
Okay.
Is what was
Well,
written
did
up
you
in
see
the Herald.
Gutho? So they were doing a 5K time trial like through some sort of hillish region of the Dragons. And when they were running and they get to the bottom of the hill and they're running past Flano where he must be standing, and Gutho goes up to him and goes, like, don't worry, mate, I'll show him how to get up the hill, and then just fucking peels and works to the front and then just burns everyone and wins the time trial. It's like, I'll show him how to get up this hill, coach. Don't worry about it. He just goes, pfft.
Really?
Yeah. Just pretty cool.
Like that from Gutho.
Yeah.
That's setting the tone.
But he's got it in. Gutho is
that'd turn you on. If you were coach, if you were
the
Shane,
coach,
I'd be touching myself hearing
big
that.
time. Shane basically had to blur him out on Channel 9 because he was fapping as he chatted to Danny Weidler.
Was Danny in shot?
Of course Danny was in shot. Danny had a towel over himself so he didn't get any on him.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really crass, Tom.
What? That's not fair.
That's really crass.
That's not fair for me, mate. That's bullshit.
Well, I'm pumped to hear that for Gutho. Gutho, obviously a dear friend.
Dear friend. Anyway, happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday. Congratulations to all.
And to all, congratulations. We will see you all on Thursday.
Yes, we will.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?